Hello everyone, my name is Venusian Kalliope and welcome to the 18th video uploaded to my YouTube channel. Today's palette features a whole lot of blue today and a purple. So today we're going to be doing something a little different. Yeah, I know. I finished my self-portrait and, well, I finished my self-portrait and you can see it on my Tumblr page at the moment if you just go through my tags. So, woo, hopefully the tags on Tumblr aren't that borked today, but I'm just going to be painting an underwater scene sort of to rough draft something. So, it's okay if paintings end up flopping eventually because it's I'm not really feeling it or you're not feeling it. So it's okay to just breathe in, breathe out, and just realize, hey, some art just is and some art can be bad and it's okay. Even if it's your own art. Anyway, today I'm probably going to be focusing on talking about what am I going to be talking about? I mean, it's a good question to not know about what you're going to be talking about, even though it's I am absolutely disorganized. But I mean, it's okay. But yeah, I've been going through some things right now, and by some things I mean oh my god, it's so annoying to deal with people that you know are coming, and then it's yes, they're coming and you can't change anything about that, and it's ugh. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it feels like time just catches up with you and you just have to face it head on even though you'd rather not. And it's I don't know. But yeah, I'm using the purple paint to sort of convey a seaside cliff that just goes deep down. Have you ever seen pictures of people free diving into the ocean? I don't know why, but I like the stuff that has underwater caves, even though underwater caves are kind of scary, mostly because it's really easy to get lost in them and you only have a certain amount of oxygen in your tank. But I don't know why, but it's just so fascinating to me to just look at the underwater caves and it's wow. Or there's this one thing in the Caribbean that I've always wanted to free dive into, but I know I probably shouldn't because again, I am living in the middle of a desert, and the last time I did something unique slash, como se dice, I haven't been swimming in a long time. I used to swim a lot, especially when I was younger, but now I just don't swim anymore. Mostly because I don't know. I don't like the smell of chlorine, and it kind of it kind of affects my eczema negatively, and it's I'm finally got it at a decent level of control, but I don't know whether or not throwing chlorine into the mix would mess things up, or and there's not that many places to actually go swimming in New Mexico that don't have chlorine. I mean, there's always Elephant Butte or this one lake in in the northern part of the state, but I'd rather not, And I mean, I love the ocean a lot. The last time I think I went swimming or or like been near the ocean was probably in 2016, maybe 2017. Wait, it was actually 2019 when I went to Texas and we went to Corpus Christi. Yeah, that was fun. I'm also like using a hairdryer to like dry the paint because like again, it's like a quick way to like dry paint and just like, dry things. And like I don't really like how like the rocks end up like turning out. And it's like because like again, when you're underwater, like that blue just like affects like everything that you're seeing underwater. So it just is like having like blue over like your glasses. And that can like affect like the way that you see like the true color of things. But yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited because like again, the end of February is approaching and like I have like some appointments and like I'm kind of excited about like, getting my jaw surgery done and then just like getting rid of like everything, and by everything I mean like my underbite. I'll finally have like a class 1 occlusion and it's like yes. And hopefully I won't have to do it again, which would be nice. So here I am going over like the last little edge with like paint because again, it's important to like make sure that your canvases all have like blue or like whatever you want. Just like paint on them because like it just like looks, it makes the painting look more cohesive if you like manage to like paint the edges of your canvas. And yeah, I've also been like watching a lot of like Julia Child recently because my grandma, well, my mom's mom and I used to watch Julia Child like a lot. And like she seemed like she was really cool and like she was just like so calm and relaxed for the most part, but like she wasn't afraid to like joke around with like the camera and stuff, and it's like lol. And she actually filmed like in her own house. Like that's her kitchen. And I'm just like, that's neat. And I'm just like, I feel like Julia Child was probably like the first YouTuber as we like know YouTubers, but like not like spiritually, you know what I mean? Like she's not actually the first YouTuber because like YouTube wasn't a thing until like 2006. But like she just seemed so cool and like it's kind of like when you watch like those cooking shows where like, well, I say cooking shows, but like cooking YouTube channels where they're like filming in their own home and leaving mistakes in and being like, hey, you don't have to like worry about like things being perfect 24/7. And like I get the appeal of that. And like, have you been watching like Anti-Chef? Like Anti-Chef has been like covering like Julia Child's like entire like library of like cooking recipes, and she was like one of the first like women to graduate from Le Cordon Bleu in France. So hopefully I'm right about that. If not, editing me will correct that. So I am putting a little bit of water into one of the blue shades just so I can like use like a sponge and just like go down. Well, I say go down, but like I just like let the like liquefied like acrylic just like melt or like just drop down, if that makes sense. And just, like, let it, like, unite, like, everything. And just, like, let it drip. It kind of, like, I like the effect that it does on paintings. It's just, like, it, like, adds more depth and, like, complexity to the colors, in my opinion. So, yeah. Yay! But, yeah. Okay, so, like, after I, like, let it, like, fall, but I, like, make sure that, like, everything is, like, okay and, like, you know, neat. Honestly, if I were smarter, I would probably, like, put, like, a mat or, like, a tablecloth underneath my, like, working area, just to make sure that it doesn't get, like, too, como se dice, dirty, or, like, wet, because, like, again, we have, like, really finicky, like, flooring, so it's, like, good to, like, make sure that your work area isn't too dirty, and you can always, it's easier to, like, clean things if they're already clean, if that makes sense, so you don't have to, like, worry about, like, big mistakes or messes, and it's just, like, nice to, like, have things, like, organized. But yeah, so I'm just, like, making sure everything is, like, dry and nice after I, like, use the, like, blow dryer to, like, dry the paint. So yeah. So I actually, like, recorded, like, 2 videos on this day because, again, I felt like it. And it kind of reminded me of, like, that time when I used to, like, como se dice, like, when I was recording, like, prep work for my jaw surgery videos, so yay! I mean, I'm kind of excited, but I'm also a little bit, nervous / apprehensive about, like, well, everything. So, I hope everything will be okay, but, like, I've already, like, decided that, like, this painting is kind of, like, a rough draft, or, like, a sketch, but with, like, paint. Just so I have, like, a rough idea of, like, what I'm going to be doing on a bigger canvas. So, in March, you guys will see, like, the first of, like, my big painting. So, yay! And hopefully I'll be, like, at the same stage that I wanted to be with this painting, but with, like, the bigger painting, if that makes sense. It's also, like, easier to, like, paint on a smaller canvas, in my opinion. Just because, like, again, you need a little bit less paint and a little bit more, yeah, you just need, like, less paint, and, like, it's easier to just, like, get your thoughts out and just, like, go to town and just be like, psh, with the brush, just, like, squoosh the paint. But yeah. I'm, like, doing, like, a little bit of, like, detail work here, but, like, I don't really like how it, like, looks, because it doesn't really look like it's underwater, if that makes sense, because, like, the highlights I use here are a little bit too, pinkish, in my opinion, rather than, like, the blue that it needs to be, or, like, at least it needs to have, like, at least a hint of blue, if that makes sense. Like, if you, like, see, like, something that's, like, dark purple, and it's, like, has, like, that, like, tint of, like, blue around it, it probably is, like, a dark red or something on the surface. So, yay! But again, I'm colorblind, so, well, partially colorblind, so, like, I have, like, an idea of, like, how, like, things are supposed to, like, work, like, color theory wise, but sometimes it's like, is this actually okay? And I just, like, end up, like, doubting things, and it's like, just breathe in and out. Like, I remember this one time when I was, like, doing, like, this, like, lime green complementary color, and I was like, yeah, lime green. The opposite of lime green is, like, magenta, right? So, like, I like did like this like color blend gradient where it's like on one end you have lime green and on the other you have magenta, and then like it's about like mixing a little bit of both and just like getting closer to each other in the middle where it's like an equal match of both, and it just ends up like looking like this like neutral color. So it's like, yay, beige. Just like coffee with milk. But yeah. I mean, yeah. So anyway, how have y'all been doing today? I've been doing all right, and I think I hit my headphones, but yeah. Woo. I'm just like taking a moment to like look at it, and even here you can like sort of tell that I'm like a little bit like apprehensive / not really feeling it. But like I try to like go back and like fix things, but like it doesn't end up like panning out the way that I expect it to. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You can always like paint over a canvas and start over again. You know. But yeah, I decided to like when it comes to like the bigger like painting, I'm going to be doing more of a gradient than this. So, can we bring up like the bigger painting with the gradient? Yeah? Cool. But yeah, I'm basically like doing like the same things as I did now, but I haven't like added like the cliff yet because I've been looking at more reference photos, and it's okay to like look at reference photos and like go from there. You know, I mean, yeah. I mean, you can't like it's okay to like learn from like others' experiences, and like you know, I'm kind of glad that like I like learned about like the hair dryer technique from like the time that I got like black 3.0. Like yeah. And it's like, wow, I never considered using a hair dryer to dry paint. And it's like it makes sense. And like, you know, I mean, one of these days I would like to also like Photoshop like a version of my self-portrait that I could upload to YouTube and just be like, you see? Look, everything is fine here. Like, you know, it'll be okay. And we're almost at the end, so next week you're going to see where I made my mistake. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay to make mistakes. And let's look at the painting. Oh, look at Roxanne. She's like moving in the background, and it's like, aw. Look at my little baby girl. She is so cute. Okay, enough about my dog. Actually, let's look at the painting now.